Welcome to the Brazilian GP Interlagos. This is where the home to the greats like Ayrton Senna, Emerson Fittipaldi, and what's the other guy? The one that Max Verstappen is married. Max Verstappen's girlfriend. I remember the name. Anyway, the Brazilian GP. Lewis Hamilton is set to drive Ayrton Senna's car Saturday after qualifying. That would be a beautiful sight to behold. Especially I want to hear the sound of that car. Ayrton Senna, as you know, is Hamilton's hero and also other people's hero. Sebastian Vettel did something I think in Imola, yes, and he owns one of Ayrton Senna's cars. That would be great to see. This Mercedes is the W11, if I'm not mistaken, 2021. One of them. This was the Brazilian GP where Max Verstappen did Max Verstappen things. Max Verstappen did Max Verstappen things. Ron Lewis off the corner. We all remember that. They called it hard racing. Hard. Elbows out. Elbows out. He pushed me off the track. Decided to push me off the track there. But anyway, so now that he's elbowing Lando Norris should just take it on the chin, you know? Because you guys enabled this behavior for a long time. Almost 4 years, since 2016. So I don't see why they cry out for Max Verstappen change. Of course, what he's doing is driving standards are wrong. He's a fast guy, but the way his approach when you get to the corner ain't nice. Like the one he did with Esteban Ocon right in this corner. You guys will say it was Esteban's fault. No, it was Max. He proceeded to go fight. In this corner, he ran Lewis nicely, wide, over there, yeah, over there. But yeah, no one said nothing. You know? So who is gonna win the Brazilian Grand Prix? If it rains, which is what I think, then I'm gonna bet my money on this guy, Lewis Hamilton. Either him or Charles Leclerc. For the podiums, I would say Max P3, Lewis P1, Charles Leclerc P2. Lando Norris is going to go to P4. Lando, coming to you. Lando, a while back, said Lewis just has to beat his teammate because he's got the fastest car. Alright. That was a launch. Jeez. Lewis just has to beat his teammate, this guy, Valtteri Bottas. Now you have the fastest car. We need you to go and win 5, 6 races consistently. Max did it. He won 5, 6 races consistently. Yeah. If it was Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, or somebody else in that McLaren, and you want to tell them to cover that 50 point gap within 7 races, I promise you, they will. Because they've got the balls, they've got the fight, the lion in them. But Max is a nice guy. Max is a nice guy. He ain't gonna do it. And Max also said, look, I ain't got time for this bullshit. Max knows he's winning the championship. The last race that happened in, where was it, Mexico? Yeah, he purposely, he knew who he was fighting to make sure that if he can't win the race, Lando ain't winning that race. And he did it. In a way, that's a championship mentality. Lando hasn't got that. Lando giving the space back to, Lando knows the rules. If you overstep, you give back that place next corner and reclaim it next 2 corners. That's what we see Hamilton do time and time again. And others like Carlos Sainz did with Max, just 2 races or last race. He knew that he went off the line by overtaking, but he didn't keep the place. He gave the space back immediately to Max and attacked. Now that's how a thinking, logical, calculative driver behaves. Your man hasn't got it in him. This reminds me of 2021. 2021. So Lewis is Brazilian now. So he needs to win this race because I placed a bet on him to win this race. Well, if you don't win, no problem. But it rains. When it rains, I know who I place my money on. Sorry, you're still on the line. See, when you overtake, your opponent needs to fight same day, or they can even come back at you. But with Max, nah, you ain't coming nowhere. You're like 10 seconds behind. But as you can see, Sergio Perez is a good 1 second behind me. But yeah, you see, Formula One has never been fair. You know? Since the days from Ayrton Senna with Prost, yeah, FIA crashes. You see the one where in Japan, where Senna crashed deliberately into Prost, making him the world champion. Schumacher crashed deliberately into Damien Hill, making him the world champion. See? They don't call out things like that. The only pure racer that I've seen that doesn't do all these things is Lewis and Charles Leclerc. I hope. So Sunday is gonna be a great race. I hope so. I need to win that money. Money. Well, if Lewis wins this one here, then I think he's going to win the race in real life. So let's go chasing Max and get that space back. Yeah, the rules of engagement. We all know the rules of engagement. Max has been driving like this for years. No one said shit. Now that it's now got to do with Lando, your British prince. Everybody is now talking. I beg you, go and sit down, put on your racing balls and race. You know? Hamilton raced him like that. You know what I mean? And won, if not for the fraudulent FIA that did what they did. Fraudulent FIA. Let's go. Martin Brundle, professional gaslighter for Sky. And Karen Chandler. These guys are shameful to listen to. Sometimes I prefer to just watch F1 without the commentary on. What's wrong with F1? Everything is wrong with F1. Every fucking thing is wrong with F1. The only sport that you would think, oh, there is going to be a sport in fairness, where only your stop clock and your talent determines how fast you are. Determines how good you are. You win championships. But no. It's not a sport. It's an entertainment. It's high time you understand F1. It's an entertainment for the rich bastards. You understand? So once you know that, you're not gonna emotionally invest yourself in that. You just take whatever they give you, because that's what they want it to be. It's not about sporting fairness. You want to talk about fairness? You give Hamilton's back his champion. If I was Max, I will tell them, fuck you and your championship, give it back to Hamilton, and I want to win in a fair manner. And you see the whole world will love Max for that. Even if Max wins 50 races in a row, no one will give an S. But no, he was part of it. He's part of it. There you are, coming behind your bum. What's his name? Charles Leclerc. You guys are going to see Charles Leclerc next year. He's going to be coming with something else. It's just that he hasn't been given the right car. I hope next year he will get the right car. I hope. George Russell, you might be losing your Mercedes seat since you refuse to understand and learn and appreciate who is your teammate, Lewis Hamilton, the king that's by your side. You used to get that. Well, Kimi Antonelli is coming. What's his name? When Kimi comes, who knows? They will trash you. That time there might not be any favoritism that they're doing to you now towards Hamilton. Give everybody equal stuff. Kimi is going to expose you. Then you'll be looking for a seat, because Max is going to come. Can you imagine being with a girl in a relationship and she continuously showing you that she doesn't want you, your second option, that she wants the other man? That's what Toto Wolff has been doing to George Russell. So tell me, if Toto Wolff is looking for George Russell, is looking for Max, and they've already signed Kimi to drive for next year. So imagine your George Russell, your seat ain't safe. You know? Your seat ain't safe at all, bro. Because if Max leaves Red Bull, he might be coming to Aston or Mercedes. Well, we don't know, so speculation. But you know, driver market changes anyhow, anyway. Anyway, I'm a new YouTuber channel. I've been a racing fanatic since I was born. Taught myself how to drive. I love racing. I started following F1 since 1999. My dad made me watch F1, and then 2006 I started following the Summit. I knew Ayrton Senna. I loved it. Still love him till today. Michael Schumacher, Niki Lauda, Prost, James Hunt. I don't know about the new Formula One movie that's coming out. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that, because I already know. I find it hard to even watch this Netflix BS because when I watch it, I already know what the truth is and what the BS is. So I find it hard to watch Netflix BS. Talk more of the new movie. Well, I'll just watch it for what it is. But anyway, you guys stole Hamilton's 8th world champion. Everybody saw that. Everybody saw that. And that's not fair. Not fair at all. What else are they talking about today in F1? All this bullshit about Max and his driving style. It's like a child, you know. In a narcissistic family, you have the enablers, which is Sky News and Max fans and Christian Horner and Red Bull, the enablers, who are the golden child, which is Max Verstappen, you see? And then you have the scapegoats. Now there can be so many scapegoats. What's his name? His teammate, Sergio Perez, is a scapegoat. He cannot even tell the truth, because if he does, your contract says you should never tell the truth. Your contract says you can never fight for a champion. He's there. You'll be number 2 to Max. Anyway, he's the scapegoat. And then you have the narcissistic family, the FIAs, the narcissistic parents, the FIA, who make rules and say, oh, we are different from the governing body that applies the rules, the stewards. You guys are the same people that do the rules. And before Max came into F1, we all knew the rules of engagement. We knew the rules of engagement. We used to see wheel-to-wheel racing before Max came in. Every time Max and a wheel-to-wheel racing is involved, he crashes. I mean, he runs the other person out of track. That's not how wheel-to-wheel racing is done. You respect the other guy by giving him space. Like Alonso said to Rosberg, you have to leave the space all the time. All the time you have to leave that space. What kind of space has Max given his opponents? It's either you crash. If I was all these opponents, I'm telling you the truth, we are having a crash. F the championship. We are having a crash so that you will learn. But Lando Norris has been programmed from days, 2-3 years. Lando Norris will come second and third, and he'll be celebrated like he came first. Oh, it's not our race, it's not my race. You will open the door for Max Verstappen to pass freely, because he's going to chase after Hamilton. You're a McLaren team, but you open the door for Max, who is your other competitor, because it's not your race, because Max car. And nobody raced Max hard. No one. They all jump out of the road because Max's car was fast. And so what? If Max's car was fast, you could still defend. But no, they opened the gates. Well, now Lando Norris has a fast car, and out of 7 races, he only won 3 or 2. Couldn't even keep the consistency of winning. Lando Norris's racecraft is 0. He has no racecraft. Oh, wait for Oscar Piastri. My favorite guy. After Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, and then Oscar Piastri. Next year, Lando Norris will be a number 2 driver. You will see. Lando Norris will be a number 2 driver next year. I said it. Lando Norris is just an updated Ricardo. Carlos beat Lando Norris. You know? I remember that race where in Italy, McLaren was going to get, 1-2, was it 2018 or something? And Ricardo was in front. And Lando Norris was behind 1 second, and it was faster. But because of team orders, whatever, Lando Norris let the guy win. Since that time, he hasn't had a chance to win. He did, but loses it because he doesn't listen. Like Russia. Oh, coming for pit. What do you think? No. I know what to do. Spoiled little brat. Let me not even say spoiled. The kids that think they know, but they don't know. I think the generation, the generation of Max Verstappen, only Max and Charles are the 2 out of those generations. The other ones, out of George Russell, Alex Albon. Alex Albon was crying that somebody was racing him. All these feminine drivers. Then now the generation of the 2000s, which is the Franco Colapinto. Oh my goodness, that guy. He reminds me of Senna. His looks, his nose, his smiles, his mannerisms. I can't wait for him to be in the top 10. Don't go to Red Bull Franco. Do not go to Red Bull Franco Colapinto. It's either you go to Ferrari, Mercedes, or McLaren, or Aston. Do not go to Red Bull Franco. They will ruin your career. But go there if they agree to give you the same machinery as Max Verstappen, whoever is there. And then we've got Oli Beerman. I like him. I'm waiting to see what he can do with the track. And then we've got, after Oli Beerman, the newbies, Franco Colapinto. What else? That's it. The newbies. Well, that's my prediction. So I think Lewis is going to win.